Hello, welcome. Good evening. I have a script here.
Hello.
Good evening and welcome to session 3 of Survivors of Flame, Birthday Interrogation. If you don't know already, Survivors of Flame is a D&D 5e actual play show coming to you live on Twitch and YouTube every other Wednesday. Labor Day has ruined my days of the week at 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Let's do some introductions. Hi, I'm Gio, he, they, and I'm the Dungeon Master. AK.
Hi, I'm AK, he, they, and I play Fayruz, Faye Haddad, they, them. They are a warlock, half elf, half human.
Michelle.
Oh. Sorry, I just realized that my pronouns are incorrect here. So hello everyone. I am Michelle, aka Queen Weeb. I'll be playing Luna Lembra. Their pronouns are they, them. They are a paladin from Race Calistar. Yes, I got it. Anything else?
Brad.
Hi, I'm Brad. I play Yodar the Hermit, he, him, dwarf monk.
And Marcel.
Hey, I'm Marcel. I play Jazz Duvale, he, him, a half-elf artificer. Christina Applegate fan. Yeah.
Shout out.
That's your last
Shout out.
one.
Shout out.
Otherwise you'll lose some hit points.
Okay.
Long walks on the
Alright.
Take
beach.
some psychic damage right now.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I'll take the psychic damage.
I'll put your points back.
Thank you.
Healing water, right here.
Healing water, yeah.
In addition to our assistant slash logo and overlay artist AK, who has already introduced themselves, we have our technical director Raul and our character artist Pix Doodles. Please show some love by talking about our show on social media and financially supporting our indie production with the !tip command, or by going to streamelements.com/MediaMartyr17/tip. I get to say one now. Shout out to Christina Applegate. Let's get this. That's the last one. That's the last one for everybody. All right, let's get into this session of Survivors of Flame. Yodar,
Sure.
give us the recap.
You got it. Also, I'm going to do this in rhyme.
Oh shit. I told you ahead of time. Look what I did.
All right.
All right. To all those who have come to hear our tale of 4 adventures, some tan and some pale, I present to you our recent past, where Faye is stabbed and Jazz did dash. To create a distraction as Yodar made haste to get to Faye with that tasty paste. Now Jazz was wounded and was almost lost, but Luna stepped up and healed his ass like a boss. Quick hands and much light saw our adventuring party renewed for the fight. Jazz unleashed his thunder that he keeps hidden. Some call it magic, others forbidden. Faye in their ring caught our foe off guard, and Yodar yeeted his ass with a well-placed lawn dart. As the unsavory customer crumpled to the ground, Faye readied a crowbar for informational purposes by the sound. Jazz and Luna did protest, whereas Yodar was curious at best. But before information could be gathered, Luna flashbacked and their body clattered. The rest of our party was very stunned, so we picked up the 2 unconscious and proceeded to run. At the Rue Farm is where we currently preside, with 2 in the stables and the rest inside. Now this is not close to the end, but where part 3 of our story does begin. So as Jazz tells Dior to go the fuck to sleep, I'll hand it to our DM to continue our story for this week.
Oh my
good.
god.
That was awesome.
That was
Sorry.
amazing.
That was amazing.
That was really good.
That was
really good.
incredible.
I need
was
to
really
make a
good.
roll to see if I want to do this. Let's see.
Everyone's
Okay.
a critic.
Everybody want a gift? Everybody want a gift?
Hell yeah, I want to
I
go.
don't know. Because like
No.
I just like told Brad in advance that he was doing it, just because we were having conversations about like where we left off in session 2. So I was like, yeah, you're doing the recap, so we'll cover it. So I'm going to pull out. I'm going to roll a d8 now, and this is going to determine how many temporary hit points you all have when you wake up. Because if we're not having fun, what's the fucking point? And that was pretty fucking fun.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
you go.
So you all start with 5 temporary hit points. Temporary hit
gosh.
points do not stack. So if you end up with
How many?
temporary hit points from another spot, 5. If you end up with temporary hit points from another spot, you'll have to pick which one. Now, temporary hit points, that mean, for those who are unaware, that means that you'll get rid of those temporary hit points before digging into your actual health.
That's dope.
That is dope. Keep that in mind. All right, continuing here. So, as you said, Yodar, you and our strange customer, we can stop calling him a customer. The motherfucker who attacked you all.
Mhm.
You have him locked and captive. You have him captive in the barn. Describe for me how you have him bound.
So as we proceeded, me and Jazz had bound him beforehand, his body anyways. So I basically toss him to the ground because, to me, he's basically a sack of potatoes at this point, kind of heavy. And I look, and in the stable area, I see some twine. And, being the savvy character I am, I'm realizing if this dude's a sorcerer, he can use his words to like maybe light the hay on fire while I'm sleeping on it. So I proceed to make him eat his hat in a way and tie that around him, his head.
Oh, the
That way he can't speak. Yeah. And then also I notice a cowbell. So I proceed to wrap a cowbell around his neck in case he decides to run off. I can hear him.
God damn, that was.
And now I have my feet on him propped up and I go to sleep in the hay.
And you have his feet propped up like on him?
I have my feet on him. Yes.
Feet on
He is
him.
my cushion.
Well, don't push him.
Damn.
Let's see.
You realigned
Okay,
it.
so let me make sure I got these details correct because they are important. So the body's bound up. What's it like? Hog-tied? What did we decide?
I'm gonna say hands behind the back, tied well,
Hands, okay.
and then feet also tied, and then his body like around his arms, like his upper body is also bound.
Are the hands and feet tied separately?
Yes.
Okay. And you said the mouth is bound as well, right?
Yeah, and he has the hat in his mouth,
And a
and
cowbell.
it is also bound.
And the cowbell on his neck. How tight
Yep.
is this cowbell on his neck?
I didn't cut any corners. It's pretty tight.
Make a d20 roll for me.
Okay.
Actually, it's gonna be sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. 6.
6.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Can I roll for that since I helped him as well, just to double?
I think the cowbell was something he did on his own.
On
oh,
my
I,
own.
oh,
Yeah.
oh! I thought you were talking about the bound.
No, the
Sorry.
other stuff. I think
Oh, okay.
I think it was you had decent tying.
Yeah,
I
okay.
believe. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I can't remember the exact results. I'm just gonna treat it as if it were in the middle. So like,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a decent. I put a DC down here because I couldn't remember. So I have that in mind. Okay, and then Yodar feet propped up. Okay, Yodar, during the night, there's a moment where you are asleep. And what is your passive perception?
Passive perception is a 12.
Okay. So Okay, so 8 plus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's a moment where you are sleeping, and you adjust a little bit, what with your feet propped up. Not the worst spot you've been in. Actually, pretty comfortable with this hay. There's hay
Yeah.
here. You got,
Comfy as shit.
the feet. It could be cushier because this being is not exactly the most fluffy. In fact, they are quite svelte. Some would maybe even say a little bit underweight, a bit underweight. Another question for you. Because you have the hood in the person's mouth, that means that the face is exposed. Wholly correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the barn, there is like, standard barn top, there's like a window that's large enough for when the sun comes in, the sun beams into the middle of the barn. So where would you have the person positioned?
I mean, I'm not a total dick, so
Mhm.
somewhere shady,
Shady.
because the
Okay.
hay has to be in the shade so it doesn't like rot. So
Yeah. All right. Okay. And I said I was gonna. Right, I did. Make a history check for me. The DC is 13.
13.
Perfect. All right. So as you sleep, you going through recalling the day, and what a day it has been, quite a long one. In fact, you can feel the tiredness on your body and your muscles, not as much as when you were home, where you grew up. And speaking of home, that reminds you of the people you have that aren't that you have left behind, including one Anzin. You remember Anzin, don't you, Yodar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
Now,
you go.
mhm.
Go ahead.
No,
I
go ahead,
remember
go
that.
ahead.
That
Yeah,
that
you
was
remember it?
that was my brewmaster.
Oh
So
yes,
that
Brewmaster Anzin.
brewmaster and
Quite,
also my original jazz, basically.
I would say, also quite essential to um, the origin story of why Yodar is who he is a bit. And I won't say out loud where you remember and what you remember about Anzin's origin, but because of Anzin's origin, you will remember who, based on what you know about this person, it lines up a bit with something Anzin's told you. Yeah, so people always think about it's only drow, only dark elves, but there's more than dark elves. There are also Duragar, there are some goblinoid creatures, darklings. In fact, everybody talks about how when the heat is too high here in the sun midday, and I have so much trouble when we're not cloudy,
Mhm.
the darklings have it so much worse. They can't take the sun at all. It hurts them to the point where the light comes in and burns in the daytime. Keep them, so they stay out of dark light. They stay out of bright light. So I haven't seen any in years, but I feel like you're going to travel soon. So watch your shadows. And that is a part of your long rest. And given this means that since you are asleep, you have allowed your captive to sleep as well. So I need to make a roll just to see. This is a Constitution. I'm gonna keep it above board. This is a Constitution saving throw, just to see It's DC 13, just to see if they had a well enough sleep to count as a long rest. They did not. They did, however, get a short rest. So I need to make a roll of that instead. Okay. I now know how many hit points our Darkling friend has. Moving on. Hey. You feel a familiar hand shake you awake. Just quietly. Shh, shh. Hey.
Can I?
Dad wants you to do the morning duties with us.
Is it possible for me to add a little? Because I don't think I was sleeping, or unless like in the middle of the night, Luna woke up and then I felt comfortable enough to go to sleep. But for the most part, I feel like Faye just kind of sat in the room next to Luna.
So you would like to attempt to stay awake the whole night,
I mean,
because
unless-
that would mean you wouldn't get a long rest.
Oh, rough. Yeah.
Reminder that Audric's outside with the club. I think you trust. I don't know how much
Not
you
about
trust Audric
safety.
personally.
It's
but-
just that I'm so shook by what happened. I just I'm waiting for them to wake up so I can ask them what the fuck happened. But I guess maybe I just fell asleep on the chair then, because I don't have the level of.
Make a DC 13 con save and let's see how quickly you fall asleep then, because
Say,
I did tie stuff up really quickly at the end, but technically Luna did wake up a little for a moment
okay.
before a
con-
long rest.
Con save. Where do I go for that?
It's going to be in your saving throw section. I have too many tabs
Throws,
open.
and I
Just a
click
second.
Constitution. Okay, I found it.
So not the Constitution, but it's in saving throws, and you click Constitution. Did you find it?
Yep, it's gonna tell me. Ooh, not great. 3, 5 actually, +2, so 5. Not great.
Unfortunately, you do not right asleep. There's a certain you've worked a double shift today,
I got stabbed.
and you got stabbed,
I got stabbed.
That's a long day.
and we're in a high stress situation. You knocked the fuck out.
All right,
But
and on top
now
of that,
now there is a familiar face, a young teenager, waking you, whispering, "Dad, hey, Dad wants you to do the morning duties with us. Let your friend sleep."
Okay, all right, I got you. No problem. Yeah, thanks, Dior.
All right. So I mean, you heading out?
Yeah, I get up, I walk to the door. Is Jazz on the inside or the outside of the door?
So Jazz is like there's like a table in the middle, with a chair, and Jazz has the chair facing the door with his hat on his head, like on his face,
Mhm.
asleep, but like
I
seemingly in a position to be ready if
Alright.
someone were to come into the
Yep.
room.
Then I walk right
Usually.
by him. I walk right by him and I go to the living room to check on Audric or see what Audric needs.
Audric is outside waiting for you and Dior. Good morning.
Good morning, Audric. Hi, how are you?
I trust you got some sleep. Rise and shine right at dawn.
Yeah, I ended up passing out, I guess. Did at any point the well-dressed the friend I brought that was laying on the bed, they ever get up?
No, they're still. I mean, unless they left, they're still in there. I didn't go in. I've just been keeping
I
an eye
assume
out
I looked at the
here.
bed before I left the room and Luna was
Yeah,
there, but I was
they're there. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, they're there to sleep. Yeah.
All right. What do you need, Audric? I know it's the birthday today, but I know we have a precarious situation in the barn. So do you need me to take care of something, or do you want me to go to the barn?
Oh, we're just doing the usual stuff today, feeding the chickens, collecting the eggs. We're gonna milk the cows. Dior's gonna do the other half. I know you're terrible at this, so I'm gonna be with you for most of the time.
Yeah, appreciate that.
All right, and y'all start, and I'm just gonna do a little montage here: feeding the chickens, collect eggs, milk cows, make a
that
DC
twice a life
14
season.
animal handling. Make a DC animal handling check for
I
me.
didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see how well you do
Handle
this
the
part.
chickens.
Yeah, you handle chickens, collect eggs, milk the cows, that kind of stuff. I didn't do research. 13.
13.
I think you feed the chickens, but you maybe put too much feed. So Audrey's like, hey, slow up.
Mhm.
Eggs, you do just fine. But the cow, you have a little bit of trouble.
Can't really hold
And
on.
Audrey's like, hey, you have to use a bit more force. Otherwise, you're just playing with the udders. And like reminds you you just have to. And then make a DC 13 strength check for me, because you're about to get water from the well for the mornings, for this morning stuff.
A saving throw, or just a
Strength check. So just your strength modifier, you're gonna click the 8, or no, you're gonna click the modifier.
Not bad. 16 minus 1, 15.
Pretty good. It's like you're ready. You learned a lesson from
I'm
the
angry from
others,
yesterday.
and you're like, and you pump the water out of the well, it's like a water pump thing. Like I said, I didn't do research. Water pump thing. You get the water. There's enough like for two. You get like 2 buckets worth, and then Dior takes that from there. Thinking about it, Dior is like, when Dior got you, Dior was fully dressed for the day for these duties. Like, Dior, he's like a pretty dexterous team, but like in order for for him to be able to like get out where there's like extra people in the room, get dressed, like wake up, get dressed, leave the room, talk to his dad, and then come back to get you, it's pretty impressive. You didn't know he had like them quiet feet as well.
Yeah, when I hand him the water, I guess I say, you little scoundrel. No one heard you walking around, huh?
Thanks. I didn't want to wake anybody.
Yeah, fair. I see. You might have some talents your parents might not know about. I wonder what kind of trouble you get into.
Make an insight check.
Ooh.
And it's gonna be contested. Somebody said some magic words.
Oh.
Okay, what is that? Oh,
Watch the
interesting.
shadows.
Cheese man.
Yeah.
No shit. Natural 20.
Okay, never mind. It's not gonna work.
Never mind. Forget that. T.
17. It
Oh,
was a good
man.
roll.
That was
a
but,
good roll.
That was a good
Wow.
roll though.
Yeah.
He gives he has like a nice laugh, like he laughs a little bit and like, like
Winks.
blushes just a little bit under his not as dark skin as his dad, but still that nice brown tint to him. Well, no. Where would I go? And he walks off. He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go, and says a farming activity. Like wash the stables. There you go. Wash the stables.
I don't
with the
think
water.
Wait, can I stop Dior? I don't think he should be in the stables.
No, not the barn, the stables.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right.
Yeah, it's a small stable, like 3 horses. Yeah, but it needs cleaning,
Yeah, valid.
especially if they're having guests. And you go with Audric to the wheat fields. Not all of them, but you're gonna do a little bit. If you will recall that, like, it's a fairly large property, especially in comparison to like other people other farmlands that you've seen around Taurine. Taurine, because of its like weird touristy spot, the farmlands around Taurine itself aren't as big as, let's say, like Fennel or Braden even. But the Rue family farm is significant because of the size of it. The Rues aren't rich, but they've had the land for a while. Anyway, because of that, there's a little bit of like a rotation when it comes to like tending to the fields. And the field you're working on, one of the fields today. You and Audric are about to pull weeds. Make a DC 13 nature or survival check.
Let's go with survival.
Okay.
13.
13. Okay. Oh, interesting. You remember from last time. I know it's been a while, but anyway, you're doing good. I'm impressive
I'm a quick learner.
that you are. Apparently, you're learning to defend yourself as well. I see. What happened with that? There's some fucking. Sorry, I don't usually curse. I'm just a little tired. There's someone in the barn, and you came with like 3 people I've never heard you talk about before. What happened last night?
I guess while I'm pulling the weeds, I just look up at Audric, like pull up and like try to meet him. Very tall. And I try to meet him and I'm like, yeah, I got stabbed last night.
Can I see? Are you okay? Do you need medical attention?
Someone used a tasty paste on the wound. I think there's a little bit of scarring. I lift a little. There's a little bit of scarring, but it healed up pretty good. Those 3 people that I brought with me are real resourceful and seem to be coming from a good place. Oddly enough, as weird as that might sound, because I just met them yesterday.
So let me no judgment, you were stabbed, but you brought 3 strangers to my home.
Yeah.
And they slept in my house.
Yep.
Continue your story.
I completely understand where you're coming from, but one of
Keep
them
going, keep
saved
going.
my life. I mean,
yeah, totally.
Think about it this way, Ardric. Me ending up in y'all's field the way I did and not knowing what happened to me, there was a little bit of like having to trust each other based on intuition. The first time we met, or it would not have worked out the way it has for the last few weeks, wouldn't it?
That's true. You were in trouble. You came seemingly from nowhere, and we took you in. We fed you. We clothed you. We got you a job.
And I'm eternally grateful for that.
And you're a part of this family, and I want to make sure you're safe.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, if I am safe. And this is the only place that I trust to be able to figure out if I am going to be safe and to at least keep this family safe. I don't know who this gentleman is. I don't know what his grudge is. And I would like to find out as soon as possible. And I'd like to get him out of here as soon as possible. This is not a prolonged engagement in my mind. This ends today. And our friends, our new friends, I guess, they seem like honest people. All 3 of them have applied for the job to work at the Lawmaster's construction site, or recovery site.
The town hall reconstruction.
Yeah, all of them have applied for that job. So by about midday, remind me again, Audric, when's the birthday? What time is the birthday gonna be?
About just after the sun is starting to, like, after midday, sun starting to cool down. You know, we're all, for the most part, we're all farm people, other than those who work in town like you. So,
So around noon, when I
yeah.
go to work, I'm gonna be taking the three of them so they could apply for this job. So they're not looking for trouble, at least right now. And I'd like to get this gentleman. I know you have issues with the viceroy, and I didn't want someone
the
who-
Viscount.
Viscount, sorry,
Mhm.
the Viscount.
Okay, you're new.
We call him Viceroy where I come from.
Mm.
But yeah, I did not want the Viscount to have anything against you too. If I was hauled off because of a fight yesterday night in the middle of the tensions that's going on in town. So I just want to figure out what happens. And as soon as it's done, we're going to hand this gentleman over to the right people. Right people sounds intimidating. Authorities, really, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Don't. He thinks for a second. And like you see him, like as you were talking, of course, efficient as he is, expert as he is, been doing this for years, was pulling out weeds like nobody's business while
Yeah, I'm
listening.
fumbling at this point. I'm trying to have a full conversation. And I'm fumbling.
And he stops and he puts a hand on your shoulder. Faye, you may not be one of the children that my sweet darling wife Babette gifted to me, to our family, but you are family all the same. I trust you, and if you need an intimidating presence in the room, I can grab a pitchfork once we're done here, because I'm still making you do this work with me.
Yeah, and I still appreciate the crowbar you gifted me when I first got here. It's come in handy a couple of times.
Of course. You travel at night a lot. You can never be too careful.
Yeah, got to open a couple of crates, skull crates.
That's I don't know where you got that term from, skull crates, but definitely not from me. Don't say that. Don't say that in front
I'm sorry. I
of the
just wanted
kids.
to lighten the mood a little bit. I'm sorry.
You have a person trapped in the barn right now.
I know it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Like, don't think I don't understand how silly this whole situation is. But
okay. So you're all
silly night.
So you're all are out there for like a couple hours until maybe like 9 o'clock, and then you'll have a second to clean up a bit before breakfast. But before we get there, in that same time, we're going back to, actually no, I actually have to cut that because this person is not allowed to speak, so gonna X that out of my outline. But I do need to make a quick check. Let me make a note. Okay, and one more to see if this was okay. Not so much. All right, Luna. I wrote a thing out for this one. Luna, My voice is raspy. Haha. Yesterday was a very long day for you. You arrived in town at midday, visited the notice board, met a bunch of people, fought in the middle of the night, and had a memory of your life before seize your body to an unconsciousness. Although you woke up briefly during the night, you could feel all of that stress from the day demand a full rest from you. As usual, you do not dream. Instead, your other conveys comforting emotions to you. The feeling of a green and blue and almost prismatic color space playing like a sort of like, for modern terms, like a screensaver, conveying like a calm, knowing, witnessing the rough day you've had. Now that you are wide awake, you can immediately see, once again, that you are in a shared bedroom. There's a little bit more light in from the windows now that you can see a bit more clearly. You are in one of the beds, and the other bed is now currently empty. Between the beds, there is a wooden desk and a sleeping Jazz in a chair, angled towards the door with a slightly worn and oddly shaped hat tilted down over his face. What do you do?
Well, first, Luna tries to stand up from, to sit up in the bed after the rest, because even though they did get a long rest, they're still feeling a little bit of a lightheadedness, disoriented for sure, because they do not understand how they got there. They do remember seeing everybody trying to decide what they were going to do with this person who attacked Faye last night, and then a memory, and then blackout. So as Luna is trying to figure out kind of like what happened, and of course it happens like kind of quickly, because immediately Luna sees Jazz sitting there looking like he's very tired. Definitely felt like everybody had a rough night. Immediately feels guilty that other people had to take care of them after what had happened and them not knowing anything about them. So after that, Luna kind of gets up, starts looking around, tries to see, like, apart from Jazz, where's everybody else?
Do
Worried.
you leave the room, or
No,
do you
no,
want
no,
to
no.
ask? Okay.
No, not yet. Just kind of like, I don't know, how big is the room? Just not too big.
It's a standard, like slightly smaller than the standard 10 by 10 room. It is, you can look at the walls. The walls are a little, like, the paint is not new in any way. That this place that I think, you know things, so I'll give this for free. This place isn't new. This place has been here a minute. It's not an expensive place. But it is taken care of and loved.
Is there a window? Are there any windows?
Yeah, there's a window. In fact, like at the foot of each bed, there's about a window about there.
Can I see kind of like if I can see anybody outside?
Yeah. Which window do you check through? The one near the bed you're in, or the one near the other bed?
Which one would Luna see that's closer to kind of like the front, or that has the most space? Because depends.
I think you don't have enough information about the orientation of
Well,
where
not
you are, even to
orientation,
tell
but you know
which.
how sometimes it's like, there's a tree at the window, so I can't see anything through the tree. If that makes sense. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like that you can actually see outside and not just kind of like.
I think
But
both of them have like a decent enough, like one of them does have a tree, but it's not blocking the window. Like you can just see like the corner of what a tree is.
okay,
So,
it's
but
fine. I
like
can
I think
just
you
do
could
the one
choose
that's
either.
close. Yeah,
Okay,
the one that's closer to where I slept.
make a perception check for me.
Okay. 19.
Dang.
19. All right. So you see outside, you're on a farm. Um, to keep this without me having to give too many cemented details about the look of this farm, but like grass, trees, there's a field, you can see a stable in the distance, all that jazz, but not jazz. But yeah, you can see. I said stable. I just said that there's a stable in the barn, but you see the barn, but you don't see the stable. You see Southfield from that angle. It's not a huge window. Like you can see just enough to be like, okay, I'm on a farm. And from where you travel, you would assume that you haven't traveled far. Like you haven't left town. You haven't been fully kidnapped and brought to a place that you've never seen in your life. So
Okay, perfect. Just Luna wanted to make sure, before waking up Jazz, because it's not that they don't completely trust Jazz, but it's still in a very uh, cautious mode because they just woke up and they're not sure what happened. So um first instinct was to kind of look around first, see,
mhm.
exits. How can I where am I? Where can I go? Things like that. And so after Luna kind of, I guess, looks around, um Luna's gonna go in and tap really gently Jazz's shoulder. Uh so I'll just go like, Jazz, hello, are you doing okay?
Yes.
Don't talk to me.
Back to sleep.
I lift my hat a little bit to see that it's Luna.
Good morning. I think it's morning.
Unfortunately, it's morning.
Yes.
That's what I like about Yodar. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of y'all. Y'all get up way too early. Some of us were stabbed last night, right?
I mean, I did heal you, but okay.
That's right. That's
That's
right. Thank
that's
you so
very
much.
rude of you, but
I
okay.
forgot. I
I
forgot.
understand. I
I forgot.
understand.
I apologize.
I am very sorry that
Sorry.
I don't know who was nice enough to carry me, I guess, all this way.
I don't even stop talking. I apologize. That was my fault. I thought you were Dwar. My fault totally. So
I'm very sorry.
thank you
I
for
didn't
healing
mean
me
to.
and not letting me die last night.
I am sorry. I know we all kind of like, I have this habit. I don't really sleep, so kind of just am wide awake as soon as uh, I wake up most times. So um I hope you got a little bit of rest at least. Would you mind putting me up to speed? What happened last night? I mean, I'm sorry. I believe I passed out. What what happened after that? I don't see Yodar or Faye. Where exactly are we?
Oh, that's right. I guess you did pass out. Well, I don't know much, but it seems like after our little bout with Snakeskin or whoever he was, uh, we carried you and him back to, I'm assuming, was Faye's family's ranch or barn or something. To be
Okay.
honest, I didn't really care too much. I had just been stabbed, and Yodar was getting on my nerves, so
I'm so
I was ready to go
sorry.
to bed. No,
Were you guys able to get any information out of this person?
no. We came here, put you in the bed, and we all kind of turned in for the night.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, I do remember. I mean, I wasn't sure. I woke up a little bit maybe during the night but wasn't sure what was going on. But there was somebody else in here?
There was two people actually.
Oh, okay.
It was Faye and their brother, I think. I don't know.
I thought
really.
Faye wasn't from here, but oh, okay. Yes, I remember now. Faye did tell us that they were staying at their boss's
Oh, so
place.
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds about right. Are you hungry? I'm hungry. We should go find some
Sure.
food.
Yes.
Okay.
We can go get some food.
Okay. Yodar!
Nope, he's not gonna hear from there.
Okay.
No, but you do hear a voice outside.
I'm gonna
Are we
tell
coming
Jazz,
back
Jazz,
like
I don't think
outside
we
the
should
room?
scream. I don't think we
What?
should scream.
Are we coming back at this point?
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Not
Everyone's
yet,
awake
not
except
yet.
for me.
I am very sorry. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is not our home. We should probably try not to, like, we already barged in here last night, so we should try and be as respectful as possible, I think.
Well, it's too late now. Come on out. Breakfast ready.
Oh,
Well, go respectfully, Luna.
okay.
I'll follow
Hello.
you.
Luna's just kind of like walking with her face down, very, very red, embarrassed.
All right. So y'all see outside. I did not grab that sheet. You see like a slight, slightly mid-age. There it is. Slightly mid-age woman, strong features, black hair tied up in a ponytail, like in like a slight. No, that's ugly. No. I was like, I don't like that. You know what? I don't like
change.
that. Yeah. So hair, her hair is currently still like in a wrap at the moment. It is, it's breakfast time. Good morning. Hi. I did meet you last night. I'm Bebet. I think you met my husband, perhaps, Audric. We're I don't do voices well. We're we're phase home away from home, I guess we would say.
Bebet, right?
Yes, Bebet.
Bebet. Oh, well, nice to meet you. I'm Luna. Really sorry. We kind of just showed up last night. Thank you for letting us spend the night. Uh, yeah, and thank you for breakfast. I'm sorry that you had to
Yeah,
do
I'm
all of
still
this stuff.
cooking. Yeah, it's not a problem. This house is full usually, and it's not a problem. We're cooking breakfast. We were gonna cook breakfast either way. I just got fresh eggs, just straight in. Any dietary restrictions I need to know about?
None, thankfully.
All right, so we got scrambled eggs, grits, and
Jazz only eats gluten free.
I'm sorry, Miss Beppe. Have
bacon.
you seen a short man with stones in his beard and might smell?
And we have orange juice.
Oh, I like orange
No,
juice.
I have not seen anyone that's not from this house, but you all. And you see someone else come in, like walk in, kind of like pushing two twins forward, like two young children forward. Now now that we got the brush teeth, now you can eat. Now you can eat, birthday children. Now you can eat. So these twins, they're 7 now, 7-year-old, a boy and a girl, being pushed forward by a tall woman that seems to be in her 20s, with dread, like, black. I'm gonna keep saying it. They black. It's a black family. Okay. And she's got She has her dreads slightly tied, slightly loosely tied and down along her back. Oh, good morning. Happy birthday
Happy
to the twin.
birthday.
Yeah, I didn't want to be nosy. I heard you all come in, but and that's the part where like she gets cut off and they're like, yeah, it's my birthday. Hi, I'm Etienne, and I'm Eloise. Lovely to meet you. Breakfast. And they like scurry like from where they were. They like scurry to the table that's in like this like kitchen area. And they have like the fork and they're like, ooh, mommy, did you do it? And they're like, and she's like, Bebek goes, yeah, I put watch. And like she gets 2 plates, puts the scrambled eggs on them, takes like a little bit of like a Tabasco type, like a it's Tabasco brand, I don't know, but like kind of like a little slight hot sauce, and like does like a drop on each one, making 2 eyes, and then really just like putting a little bit extra on the plate and then like running a finger along to make a smiley face on each plate, and then like gives them to them, and then hands y'all plates as well. Well, puts them on the table. Come on to the table.
I want to go find Yodar.
You
I
want to go
thought
find Yoda?
I thought you said you wanted some breakfast.
I asked if you were hungry.
Oh, go. Okay.
Hold on, because speaking of
By the way,
Yoda,
Jazz, you do know that Yodar is in the barn.
I
You heard me
know,
last
but
night.
yeah,
I don't want him to leave this person by themselves.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's valid. I
yeah,
understand.
just a second.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on, I have a solution for all of it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so we cut back to Yodar. Faye, as you and Audrey come in from the field and like, do a little cleanup. Faye's like, hey, I'll meet you in. Go get breakfast. You need food, and wish the twins happy birthday. I'm gonna relieve your friend here because I already ate before. I wake up first. I eat first. So you got it.
Okay, big dog, I got you.
That was my name in school.
Oh God.
Bingo.
So I guess I walk inside and get greeted to a scene of Jazz dejectedly trying to refuse Babette's breakfast, and Luna politely trying to shuffle around to find a place on the table, I assume.
Yeah. And so Audric goes like, hey, I'm Audric, the, for lack of a better term, man of the house. I'll keep an eye on our friend. Go get some breakfast.
Appreciate that. Nice to meet you, by the way, Yodar.
Yodar. And like he looks you up and down, and then like extends his hand to shake your hand, and like kind of like tests your strength a little bit. And doesn't say anything about it, but then just like lets you leave. And so Faye comes in, but then like quickly, because monk shit moves a little bit faster than smaller walking speed, but moves fast enough to kind of like be able to like not be quite far behind. And now you're all together for breakfast.
Oh, hi.
Scrambled eggs, grits, and bacon.
Hey, Faye.
Hey, Luna.
You look like you've been working up a sweat. Are you all right?
Yeah, it's nice to get stabbed late at night and then go out to pull out some weeds. It's a pretty good feeling, really. What the fuck happened?
I think it'd be best if we all eat first. Get
agree.
our
Starving.
stomachs. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're pretty tired. You need to.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Thankfully,
you feel better?
yes.
Great?
Thanks to all of you, I had a place to sleep and I didn't get left in the street. So
I told you they'd be okay.
Oh yeah.
thank
pass the
you
grits,
so
please?
much. Sure, here you go.
Thank you.
Did you just say grits?
Grits.
Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits. Grits.
I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're safe.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you so much for worrying about me. We can have that conversation at another time.
Jazz,
We see the
did you
magic
sleep
hand thing
okay?
again.
Yes, Yoder, we could
Sweet.
do that, just not right now.
Jazz,
So
did you
I'd like
sleep
to know, you
I
get cut
never-
off by like all of you get cut off by Bebet. Well, you're
Yes, I did,
you're in my
Faye.
house. You're in my house, and I'd like to know what happened.
Sure,
yeah,
Faye,
like I
why
said-
don't you
like I said when I walked in, I got stabbed last night. I was walking back from
Why
work.
you got stabbed?
Yeah.
What?
Is
Where?
this
Show me!
Is
Show
this
me!
Edne or Eloise?
This is Eloise, like
Oh,
super
Eloise.
like. You got stabbed, Faye! No! Let me see. Let me
I'm
see.
fine. I'm
So
fine.
cute, Faye,
I'm
Faye.
fine. This one over here, and I pointed Yodar.
It's my
gave me-
birthday. You can't deny me. Give me. Let me see. And like
I-
she starts
I
like.
look at
grabbing your
Audric and
shirt.
Babette for approval to show
Audric's
the
not there, but Babette's like,
Oh,
hey,
Babette.
no, it's your birthday. I will cancel the party right now. Eat your food. Okay. And like
And then
that's
I
when Dior
whisper,
comes
I
in and
whisper
joins
to
us.
Eloise, I'm like, I'll show you later. And yeah, I was minding my own business, walking back from work, and a gentleman who I had a tussle with at work jumped up and kind of attacked me. And these three came and saved me out of nowhere. Really, actually, to pause, Babette, on the explanation, where the heck did y'all come from? How did y'all find me in the middle of the street? Did we give y'all free rooms at the hotel?
The breakfast
just like,
tastes
"Ooh."
delicious, by the way.
Well,
Could I have some more orange juice?
This is making,
I
Oh.
think
this is making me
Jazz
more
should
anxious
explain
about
that.
having- yeah.
I was stabbed too.
It's true, he was.
He was. I healed him with
Yes.
with glowing water hands.
Yeah, so this mess over here was able to survive that encounter last evening. But Luna kind of, I don't know what to describe. Luna, would it be valid to call it fainting, or is it passing out?
Yeah.
Blacking out?
Charisse, Charisse, like at this, like shifts over to you, Luna, and like there's like an amount of like somebody who's nosy who wants all the tea. You can see it. You can see it in Charisse's eye. She's like,
Charisse is the 20-year-old that came in with the kids.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So it happens sometimes. I get these really bad migraines after using so much energy. And I pass out because of how much energy I used. And even though it was only for a little bit, it did take a lot of me to help heal Jazz.
Oh, I get that. I'm
mhm.
lactose intolerant, so I get it.
That's why I use the tasty paste.
I don't think it's quite the same as being lactose
Oh,
intolerant.
It's not
but,
as cool, I'll admit.
but yeah, it just so happened that I was really tired yesterday from traveling and finally finding a place to stay, and I got worried. I saw Jazz and Yodar, and after what happened with this customer and Faye, got worried. So all of that emotion and the little fight, like the fight that we had, and after everything, my body was just like, here's where it ends for now. Good night. So let's just say that's kind of what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry if I worried all of you. It's been a tough day for everybody.
Yeah,
Just to pause.
Yeah.
Does everyone take that at face value?
No.
no.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
yes.
Yodar does. Because Yoda doesn't know any better.
Okay.
Well, is there any way we could get more information on that without talking to them?
So if you want to see if you are being told the truth, you can make an insight check. And Luna, if you are telling the truth, you will make a persuasion check. If you are not, you will make a deception check.
It's half true. Oh well, like it's actually all true. This is what Luna does.
Mm,
She said they talk with the truth. They talk with the truth. They just decide to hide some things.
I'm going to give you
Because none of the things that they said were actually a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And so
You know, when you're tired, you go to sleep. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm waiting to
make-
click. Just tell me when to click.
So okay, so
Face
those
ready.
of you who do not believe, those of you who have a bit of doubt here can make an insight check, and that will be contested with Luna's deception or persuasion. Although if it is deception, you will be also able to add a d4 to that total, Luna,
Okay.
for this
Deception or what? Persuasion?
persuasion. But it
Do I
depends.
tell
Like
you
if,
my insight?
like if you're because you're saying this is something that is like it's not false, but you are hiding information. I am gonna say it's a deception check.
Okay.
But I'll give you a d4. You can add a d4 to the roll as well.
Okay, so
you
I
roll
do
the result and
and
so you
then a
roll the
D4.
result and then you just roll a d4 and add that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do I roll them before or after them?
It's
I rolled
basically
already.
the same time. Yeah, it's
Okay.
basically the same time. Yeah.
Okay, so
But I will ask for your result first. Luna.
so it's persuasion or no deception, right?
Perception.
Deception. It's gonna be deception.
Deception. Where
That's a little
are
bit
you?
meta. They don't know you're lying yet. But
Okay, Deception. Ah, fuck. I got a 10
Roll your
for
D4.
deception. And just
Oh
a
my
regular D4, right?
Yes.
And then why can't I see it?
What?
Really?
There we go.
And then
So that's so hold on,
11.
hold on. Let's do this in pieces.
Really?
So that makes the DC 11. Faye, did you
Dang it.
roll?
I
Yeah,
did.
Faye
did.
rolled a 19.
No, I rolled.
Oh, that
the-
wasn't yours?
No,
Oh, that
no,
was
mine
mine.
was at 13.
That's a survival check, not an insight check.
I did.
Is
an
it- is the
insight
modifier
check.
the
My
same?
insight check. Yeah, my insight is
I
12
don't
plus
see it.
1.
That's
So
weird.
it's
Why can't I see it?
I
in the
saw an
log?
11 though.
it's 17. Mine was 11. Faye's
Oh,
was
okay, okay.
17.
That was 40 minutes ago, though.
Oh,
No.
I'm not. Yeah,
I
I'm
have
not
it.
seeing it in the
I have the
log.
numbers. My insight is 13. Deception check by Luna 10. Custom roll. And then it is Jazz did a 9 plus 2. So Jazz is 11. And I'm
Wait,
like,
so hold
it
on.
says survival on our end.
Yeah,
but
so on our end it
says-
says survival
should I take a
for the
picture of it in
13, and
chat?
that was 38
So-
minutes ago.
If
It was
if
3
that
minutes
one-
ago for me.
if we
will.
Yeah,
have
just
picture
take a
evidence,
picture.
if we have
Take a
picture
picture
evidence,
for
that's when
me,
we go
Faye.
for. That's the one we're going with.
Wait, what do you
And Jazz,
mean?
you got an 11.
Yeah. So
It says survival on mine too.
Hold on.
Is that
AK's gonna take a picture of
let's
the
see.
log.
Let's see. I believe.
Like, it's not that I just want to make sure we're all good. It might be a tech issue, but you know. This is important.
Hey Odar, how them grits?
Very good. We got bacon.
It's posted.
I bet
Oh,
That
that's weird.
sounds
Why didn't
good.
that show up?
that does sound
it,
good.
it
Mhm.
doesn't show up on mine either.
Yeah, it's all right. That was
Oh,
weird.
that hot
But we got
sauce?
it
That's
now.
good.
We're all
I'd have
golden. Okay,
D&D
so
Beyond, I promise.
all
For a
right, so
13, I would have gotten a natural 20 if I could hack D&D Beyond.
all right, so Jazz,
Yes.
That was a
when you
really
hear
bad
this
roll.
answer, you believe it. There's you know, you do not detect a
Fine.
lie. You think maybe Luna isn't being as specific as, you know, somebody who was saying literally something coming out of a book, but no lies detected. They, however, there's something to this where you're, like I said, not the truth, not a lie, but you know, there's definitely something more here that's not being said. You don't know how big, you don't know how small. It could just be something, but something about something not right, something a little bit fishy about this truthful answer.
As soon as I figure that out in my head, I will stare at Charisse and nod.
You stare at Charisse and nod.
Yeah, I will immediately look at Charisse. Like,
She winks. Actually, I need to make a roll. I'm gonna do so at advantage because Charisse.
just so
13
yeah.
and an 8.
Little
so that's
context. I
13.
probably trust this family more than I trust
Yeah.
y'all. Like, I like y'all very
I
much.
don't trust
but-
y'all either, just so you know.
Yeah,
This is why
yeah.
I,
Yeah, that's
okay.
there's
Like-
a reason why
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're all
exactly.
kind of
Yeah, so Charisse
Being
makes
really
a
awkward
like,
at this breakfast.
yeah. Charisse
Hey, guys,
does a
how's
wink.
your
That's
stab
a
wound?
little. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, so Charisse
was
makes that like
deflected.
not a wink, but like the look in her face is like, something right.
Mhm.
Okay, Yoda, as you were.
How's your stab wound, Jazz?
Hey, we can go take a look at it in the barn if you want. If
Uh-uh,
you're
no,
done
no,
with your
no.
grits.
His
No,
grits
no,
are
no,
really
no.
good.
If you're done with your grits.
Y'all gonna finish that breakfast? The barn is Row property. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be escorted by
that
one of
sourdough?
You
your
can
family
come.
members.
You can come.
Yeah, but we gotta finish this breakfast first, and then we'll head over there. Because Audric is still at the barn, right?
As far as I know.
Yes. Yeah. As far as you
Actually,
know.
actually, now that I remember that Audric is at the barn, and I don't know what Audric is doing in the barn right now. Babette, it's been a wonderful breakfast. But we have something to tend to. They have to go get jobs today, and I just have to prep them for like their interviews.
Are we
So-
staying for the birthday, or is this the birthday?
The birthday will be after you come back from your from applying for your job.
Okay. I have a present for the twins. So.
We have a present for you too, Yoda.
I don't know how that sounds, but hopefully it's food and cake. Let's go to the barn.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I will say that, like,
Hey, and
you
I
know,
hope
this
you-
conversation is like the microcosm of like a breakfast. And so, like, you know, there's a little bit like, hey, I'm gonna, and the food's good. And like for the
Yeah, a
twins,
bunch of
and
people are
like
talking.
Dior's mostly quiet, Charisse,
Dior's
you know, there's
mostly
that knowing
quiet.
look. Dior's mostly
Surprising.
quiet. You know.
Staring at Jazz.
Yeah, you know,
I'm
clothes
gonna
a look, you
rob that
know.
motherfucker.
Come on, bitch.
Yeah, his
I know
clothes
what he's-
are a tint
I know what he's
darker
thinking.
than the rest. Yeah.
If it's possible, I want to just say one last thing to the twins.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's your birthday today. So
Yeah.
I have a
We're 7.
Yeah, 7, my favorite number. I have a really special gift for y'all. But you're gonna have to wait till tonight, okay? I'll see you there, and we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, okay? Love you. All right. Okay. Babette, don't forget what I told you. I want them bonbons.
Oh, you're gonna get those bonbons.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not for a few more. You still got a few more hours. You know, everybody's gonna take care of the farm, and then
Yeah, I'm gonna take them
be
into
able to get
town
started.
in a few hours, and so we'll be gone for a minute.
What
Sharice,
job
are you
was
going to
it?
the
What
house?
job are y'all got getting?
They're gonna work at the construction site at the lawmaster's office.
Oh, the construction site. It starts today, but I mean, does it have to be today? Today's the birthday. You got plenty of time.
That's what Generique told us. I haven't been there since all this stuff happened. So
Generique might not, you know, it starts today, but like it's gonna take a minute. So if you're not making the money today, you can make the money tomorrow. I don't want you to be too tired to you know, there's gonna be dancing.
yeah, I'm excited. I want to see.
Yodar,
I
these
want to dance with
people,
every bit.
these people are weird as hell.
Well,
Uh,
thank you so much all
Are good food though.
for the
Teresa,
Yeah, no, I'll give
breakfast.
you- I'll agree.
Again, thank you for letting us stay and for intruding. But we will be back for the party, so look forward to the dancing.
I want to ask Teresa if she's going to the market.
Heck, she is. Yeah, you know, gonna pick up a couple supplies. You know, taking the horse and cart with me.
Okay. Okay. All right. We
Yeah,
leave.
maybe I'll see you around.
I'll see you around.
Yeah, and this time she winks actually, and like puts up her plate, starts putting up her plate, so and let y'all leave for
Yeah.
the barn.
I want to see what Audric is up to. What's Audric doing in the bar?
Audric has just got like good old club on him, the baseball bat club, and just like at the barn door watching this person.
I pull out the
Um,
crowbar.
Hey, Faye, can I see the crowbar?
Is
Uh,
it really
just wait a minute.
necessary?
Okay.
We don't know what this guy's capable of.
Yeah, but didn't you guys say that he's tied up? I don't think it's necessary to, I mean, sure.
Just for my
y-
safety. I got stabbed. I got
That's
stabbed.
that
Luna.
yes, you
for
are
my
in your whole
safety.
rights. You
Yeah.
are in your whole right.
I brought a bowl of
apologize.
grits, so I'm just eating it the whole time.
Okay,
How did you even like sneak that like out
Don't
of
worry
there?
about it. You want
Oh,
some?
oh, shit.
Can
Sure,
I
I'll
just
take
go
some.
past
Okay.
everybody because they're talking way too much and then kick the guy over?
Yeah, Audric stays at the door unless y'all tell
Damn,
him to
Jazz.
leave.
And Yoder and I are like eating the grid and like just here.
Yeah.
I'm walking. I've
Jazz
been
freaking
walking
like
towards. I've been walking towards the guy.
I already
Yeah.
flipped him over
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
it's
Like,
oh.
Like on his face or his back?
on his back.
On his back. Okay. You
Is
hear a
he
crunch.
always like this, Yoder?
Very much. Hey, don't put that dude in the sun. He smells like he's cooking when you do that.
Oh.
Thanks, Fyodor.
Yeah, it's not a good smell. It's worse than tasty paste.
For Yoder to say that, I think we should trust him.
You're mistaken.
Does
Mm.
the kick wake up the guy?
The guy is already awake.
So I take a step back because I just wanted to get this process going.
Mhm.
Faye and this person clearly have some history. So I'll let that happen.
Okay. He is tied at the mouth, right?
Yes, they're tied at
Okay.
the mouth, tied
I
at the
see
hands,
that,
tied at the
and
feet.
I believe that there's a reason for this since Yodor spent the longest time with him. So I kneel and I look him and I'm like, okay. And I just have the crowbar beside me, just holding it. I'm like, so these are yes or no questions. You're gonna nod or shake your head. And if we get a friendly rapport going on, maybe I'll take that off your mouth and we can have an actual conversation. But for now, you haven't been really polite to me, so I don't want to hear you talking, okay? So let's start with question number 1. Do you know me personally?
Just stares.
This is gonna be,
He just stares at you. Those reddened eyes. In fact, kind of like squints a little bit, like frustrated.
I've had my long rest, right? So I can
Yes.
do some Eldritch magic, right?
You could.
Audric is at the door.
Yes,
He's watching.
unless you tell him to leave.
Audric, do you mind if you left us here for a minute? And I wait for Audric's response, and I'll say something.
I won't be far. I won't be far. Just let me know.
Can I hold your
Appreciate
bat?
you, Audric. Yodar, Luna, since you're closest to the barn door, can y'all
Okay.
close the barn door?
Yoder, I think you should put the grits down for now. We should go close the barn door.
Okay.
Okay, motherfucker. I am
All right, stop. Adric, Adric,
Audric.
he's
Audric.
gone, right?
Audric.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Audric's gone.
Yeah, he walks. He walks.
Okay.
he
Doors
walks
are
away.
closed.
Okay, good. I tell Faye that I'll let them do whatever they want with this person thing, but they have to answer my questions at the end of this as well. If not, I'll make something up to get the whole house riled up. And I don't think you want that on the twins' birthday.
you
okay?
don't have to threaten me. This was our deal.
It's
from
not a
yesterday.
threat. It's not a threat.
This was
I'm
our
just
deal
letting you
from
know
yesterday. I was gonna give you whatever you need out of this guy. I
I
just
don't need much out of him.
I don't
No, we
need
already
much-
got his wallet.
I wasn't following him.
You got his wallet?
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, they robbed them.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
robbed
I
them.
wasn't following
Okay,
him.
yeah.
Okay.
They keep pontificating about me trying to do some damage. And they
Wait,
just
wait, Jess,
robbed this
Are you
motherfucker.
saying that you're trying to find out something about Faye?
Yes.
Oh
Is that
Because-
why you followed them? It wasn't because you were worried?
no,
Uh,
yeah, Jess is not. Jess does not.
I
give
thought
a-
I thought that's why we were following Faye, to make sure that they were
Aw.
okay.
I mean,
so
I'm
sweet
not
of you.
heartless. It's not that I wasn't worried when I saw them get attacked. Did we not help them? I just need to know information. And
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned, Faye is connected to the one piece of craziness that we've run into so far.
He's not very trusting, Luna. Don't worry about it. He's always like this.
So
I see.
we're gonna have to cut a deal, Faye, before I let you touch this person.
Does it expedite the situation if we just shook hands on this and I could get to work?
Yoder, I look at you and we're
Hey,
just kind of like,
Put their hand out. Put their hand
What is that? Well, what is
That's
it? What
me
did you just say? What did you
That
just
is an
What
agreement.
did you just
I'm
say?
I'm agreeing.
Okay, can I make a insight check? I don't-
Yeah.
someone woke. I think it's my fault.
Yeah.
I woke
Yeah,
him up.
Jazz.
Are you feeling okay? Luna?
Jazz, make an insight check.
Okay.
Faye, you make either persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me what it is. In fact, I think there's a setting where you can choose to make it where you send the result only to me.
Oh, seriously? How can I do that? Because this is an
I
interesting.
don't
thought.
know how, but I
It is
know.
an
Oh wait,
interesting
so actually, yeah, I don't know how, so don't worry about it.
Dungeon Master.
Just don't metagame. Just don't metagame. We'll figure it out after.
I figured it out. I found it.
Sweet, love to see
No
it.
way.
Okay,
Hmm.
so that's a 15 insight. Jazz?
Yes, correct.
Faye,
Okay,
are
fine.
you telling the truth?
Fine. Would Jazz make a gesture to let me know that I mean, it wasn't all a lie. I just put deception because there are certain things that I don't even understand that I probably can't answer well enough to satisfy him. So that's pretty much why. But I can't like explain that. That's not gonna make it pass. So now we're at a weird impasse because he probably.
I guess could I just
you can ask me any question you want right
I
now.
don't know anything and I don't like that. So any information you can give me is what I'm looking for. And every time I ask you things, it's
At some point, I'm gonna get to talk to this fucker. But for right now,
You don't need to tell me now. I'm just saying you can talk to the guy afterwards. You tell me,
okay,
but you have to promise on that.
I promise.
Okay.
And this
All right.
time, it's
a
the
real
honest truth.
promise.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
real promise.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll help you with this guy.
All right.
And you don't even need to do magic.
Because here's the thing, Jazz. Throughout this whole process, me and you are gonna possibly, there's like a pretty good chance, both learn more about me than I am 100% sure. So
Okay.
like
Where are
you're
you
all gonna
all-
hear this conversation.
I need to time out this. Where are you all positioned in relation to your captive?
I was
Me and
about.
Luna are still by the door. is watching all
I-
this.
From what I knew from Yodar, I'm at a place where I can slightly, I'm not making this clear to everyone, I guess, but I'm at a place where I could slightly nudge the person into the sunlight based on what Yodar told me.
Okay, so you're the closest.
Yes.
I'm right in their face.
Or I guess
You're right in.
Faye's the
Okay, so
closest.
you're both
Both pretty close.
equally close.
Yeah.
I don't.
What's
think
your passive?
I'm
What are
right
your
in their
passive
face.
perceptions?
Passive.
11.
Is that passive WIS? Is that what you're looking what I'm looking
Yeah.
at?
Yes, passive
Uh,
is perception. Yeah,
12.
12. Okay. Continue. Wait, so Yodar and Luna are like by the door?
Yeah, because we went
that's
by the door to
about,
close
like,
it.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. That's about, let you know
Are
that's
we
about
walking
30 feet
towards
away.
back, or are we just?
After you close the barn, you can come closer.
Yeah.
I guess while we hear you guys arguing, we
Do you
start
get closer? Or
walking.
okay.
We
No
start
arguing.
kind of walking. Well, it sounds like an argument from where
We're
we're.
half elves. This is what we do.
We have intellectual
Okay.
debate.
Yes, exactly.
I look at Luna. I go.
Then-
I put the cowbell on him.
Okay. Keep
There are
eating
so
your
many
Ritz,
precautions.
Yoder.
We'll see.
Enjoy the Ritz.
Okay.
Hey, don't talk down to Yodar, Luna, okay?
I just said enjoy your grits.
They are good. They're getting
Yeah.
kind of cold though. So
Oh
Okay.
no.
Just making sure. I gotta
Someone
make
It's
sure.
okay,
made a
Jazz.
nat
It's okay.
20.
Gio, I might. be
Yes,
doing-
someone did just roll a nat 20.
I gotta like somebody here.
it's okay, Jazz. Keep doing your thing.
All right.
I got your back.
Okay.
Luna, I still appreciate you not letting me die, just so we know.
I mean,
Just so
That
we're
was a good
clear.
thing.
to be completely honest, from how you've been treating me all morning, it just makes me see, it makes it seem like you're just taking advantage of the whole situation here. So, I mean,
Yodar, I can't explain more. I
Okay,
can't
guys,
do
He's
this.
not good with his feelings.
I
Okay.
can't do this.
He's not.
Yes.
I
He's not good at all with
understand.
his feelings.
Yes.
and we're all adults. We can all learn to be civilized, and we can learn to communicate better. If not, how else are we supposed to
as
you know,
soon as
get
Luna
along?
says this, Faye puts their knee right into their neck and puts out eldritch energy. out
Luna,
of
can we
them
communicate
and
later?
Faye,
I promise we'll communicate. We'll have
Okay.
a one-on-one. We'll communicate.
and goes,
Okay.
okay, motherfucker, I'm sick and tired of having to negotiate to get to you. You're going to speak to me. Can I roll intimidation?
Yes, you
I'm
can.
trying to intimidate this motherfucker.
Yeah, roll intimidation. And I'm gonna make a whiz save. At advantage.
Yes.
What'd you get?
21.
21?
Anyone?
Okay. You see the eyes widen. I mean, that's really the main feature you can see right now, given the other spots.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
everything is coming
eyes
to a close
widen.
at this point.
Looking
Moving
less
through-
at you and at the energy coming from your hand.
Okay. Do you know me personally?
No, the head shakes no.
He shakes no. Okay. Do you know where I come from?
Head shakes yes.
Gio, remind me, I know I'm the one who wrote it, but the country is Muntasaf and
Hold
the,
on.
the
Just a
capital
second.
is
Let's see.
Bedr?
The capital is Gada. The empire is Muntasaf. And the country is Badr.
Okay. What's the capital again?
Gada.
Oh, Ghada. Ghada. Okay.
Gada.
Okay. Have you ever been to Ghada?
Head shakes no.
Okay, so you're just a racist scumbag. Okay.
The eyes turn from fear, and not to hate, but to a calm state.
Okay. Now that we're both a little more pacified, I'm gonna take this off of your mouth. But if your mouth doesn't open for only my questions, we're gonna have a big problem. Okay?
So
Jazz,
have
are
it-
you still nearby?
Yeah, I'm right next to Faye.
What weapons do you keep? What weapons do you have
Like in my hands or that I carry?
on your person? Like, yeah,
On your
like where do you
person.
keep your daggers?
Where do I keep them?
Where do you keep your daggers?
This is okay. I just want to make sure this isn't the ones that I have. Like there's red dots and black squares, not just the ones that
I mean-
are red squares.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
just the-
equipment is just all the equipment you have on you. I would
Mhm.
assume the daggers are things that you have literally on your body and not just like in your backpack.
I have one dagger and one foreign
that's not-
object.
That's
on
not
me.
true. We have 4 of his daggers.
Yeah, you have.
But that's an
4 of his
inventory.
daggers.
We're just talking about stuff that I have in my immediate
Okay.
I
Okay.
can use, right? That's what I was asking as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that you like
Okay.
keep on your person, not just in your pack. So you
Oh,
only keep
okay,
one of
so-
your daggers
so I have
on
it-
your person.
Okay, yeah, just one.
Where?
I keep it left waist.
Left waist.
Yeah,
How tall are you?
average.
I need to make an attack roll.
Can I step up after hearing this? After they say they're going to take the mouthpiece
This
off.
is happening right now.
Okay.
I mean, can you do something yet? Or while he's
The face has not come up, but the like literally I have interrupted right as this is about to happen.
Yeah, I haven't taken anything.
You see, yeah, so person failed this attack. Jazz and Faye, you see a dagger take a swipe, free swipe, like this person's hands are free and has taken a swipe with a dagger and has missed Faye. Just barely missed Faye. Eyes widen, drops the dagger. Now Yoda, if you wanted to do something, you know.
I'm
Can
going
I-
to gouge the spoon into his fucking knee.
don't
that
do
he had the hole
his
in.
knee.
Wait, no, because I'm
No.
closer. Because I'm closer. Can I
Knee
just,
on his neck, yeah.
knee on his neck? Can I just pick like because I'm sitting with the crowbar. Can I just wallop it across his face?
Make an attack roll. We're gonna treat crowbar. It's an improvised weapon. I usually just do improvised weapons as a D4. So
4? Okay, I'm rolling.
I mean you're gonna roll to hit first, but
Oh, is it unarmed
actually this person
strike?
is prone. This person is prone, so it's an auto hit. So roll your
Okay.
D4, and
Hold on.
if I remember correctly, a person who is prone when attacked, it's like critical damage, I think, or something. I don't remember. Make your roll, and we're gonna do double the damage, just because.
Is this gonna really hurt this dude? Can I
That's what it
tell?
sounds like.
Like I don't want
Sounds
him
like
to.
this is gonna hurt,
It's not gonna.
and
hurt that
it's
bad, though.
happening in this moment.
I rolled the
How
one.
much?
I rolled
You
the
rolled a
on
one
the-
on the attack or on the damage?
on the damage
That's
because you
okay.
told me it's an auto attack, auto hit. right?
Yeah, so two
the rubber
damage. So they
crowbar.
now have. Where did my pencil go? See, I got so excited about my nat 20 spell that like and being able to just like call that chip in. Okay, so I just got a different pencil. Shout out to Bleach.
Hey,
Yeah, so they lose 2 hit points. So yeah, they're in pain. They grunt in pain. The dagger's no longer in their hands. They took the shot and failed.
all right. I'm getting
I
bored.
thought I was gonna get stabbed again.
I'm getting bored
Oh,
at this point. So I asked Yodar to come help me drag him into the sunlight.
I mean, he did try to take a swipe and kill us again.
Yeah.
Luna,
Yeah.
what are you? How are you feeling about any of all of this? You're muted.
I'm not sure. Luna's not sure what it. Mm, how
Do
can?
you want to seek wisdom from within?
Yes, it's because that's what I was gonna ask earlier before all of this happened. If there's any way that Luna can, you know, perceive like or from all the things that they've learned from the different places that they've been and everything,
Mhm.
if there's any way that Luna can figure out something about this person, now that we've seen a little bit more of like their face and the what's it called, maybe the way that they dress, something specifically, or if Luna
Mm,
can tell anything, because you said the
okay, so it's
wisdom.
been what, 3
I'm
years, right?
sorry. Not to interrupt this entire thing,
What's up?
just because Faye wouldn't know what Luna's about to do. So in anger, not getting anything, and probably this person at this point trying to kill them twice, they let Yodar and Jazz take them, and
Yeah,
Faye gets
I'm
up,
just, yeah. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
see
puts
what
away the
Luna is
crowbar,
feeling
and
in this moment and making sure that like all players have a chance to at least try to take an action right now. And
yeah, it's fine. But
yeah,
at this moment, Faye is trying to leave the barn. Like they're extremely angry and upset, and they're trying to leave the barn. But
okay,
that's all I wanted to say. So go ahead,
Yeah.
go back to.
Yeah, I guess we could do
yeah. So I mean, if you would
wisdom.
like, yeah, let's do, because what I had in mind, like, are you okay? So are you trying to see if you remember something from something from the last 3 years? Or are you trying to like seek wisdom from your other? Are you grasping
Maybe
at trying to see if you can remember something from the past?
from my other, because that would probably be the best
Okay, so that
course
is
of
going to
action.
be
Or
um
what were
that's
you
going to
referring
be,
to?
what do you mean? Like what is your question? Because
Because
I'm
earlier
confused now.
you were about to say, because I was thinking.
Yeah, because when I asked the question, I was thinking about like if you wanted to like see, like check in with your other to see how they felt, to like help you, to kind of help you in the situation emotionally.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
yeah,
an
yeah,
insight
yeah.
check.
Okay. Just regular insight.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like a thing, just for the audience. I don't know if this is a thing in 5e, but I'm making a decision here because I'm the DM.
Dang, it's so low. It's a 10.
It's a 10.
Too
It
low.
doesn't take much. This doesn't, like the other, now that you're focused on it, that like feeling of nervous in your stomach, it is shared between the two of you.
Mhm.
This doesn't feel like, even though this is a person who has attacked twice now, um, it doesn't feel right. That like it feels like there should be a different way to do this.
Yeah, Luna's just kind of trying to figure out if there's anything that they could do differently, or um
Well, it's up to Luna. Luna would have to take action in order to try something different,
mm,
or continue to ponder and step on the sidelines. I'll give you a moment with that decision as I move to the others. So Faye, you're walking away frustrated. Do you say anything? No.
No,
Okay.
no.
okay.
Yoda, you have received a request from Jazz.
I mean, this dude stabbed Faye, stabbed Jazz, tried to stab Faye again. Like, he's not giving any info. It's no use to us.
Okay,
Come on,
hold on.
Yodar. Come on.
Okay, Luna.
Hold on. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Faye, come back. Take a deep breath. We're gonna figure this out, okay? You try to cook the dude, he ain't gonna answer anything anyway. So I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to cook him yet if you want. I think we should all just kind of like think this through a little bit more and see how exactly, okay, what exactly, Faye, I know you don't want to share a lot of information because we just met. It's okay. I understand. There's a lot of things none of us want to tell each other about each other.
We
It's
haven't
fine.
gone. through.
Yes, we haven't gotten a chance to. But specifically, okay, are you scared this person, or like is there something you're trying to protect besides yourself that you don't want this person to know?
I guess Faye stops by the barn door as they're trying to open it, and I guess turn around to Luna, and I don't want to scream on the microphone because my partner
Yeah.
is sleeping right there, but they essentially very loudly say, "I want to go back,"
Okay.
And
and
then
they.
What did they say? Sorry, I cut out.
Also, one quick question: how far is the barn door from the unpleasant customer?
Mm. Oh, great. Just a second. My headphones died. Just a second.
I was straight
Like
up
the tensest
thinking,
moment, my headphones died. Okay.
I was thinking, go
What's
ahead.
your question? What's your question? Sorry.
How far is the barn door from the unpleasant customer?
30 feet.
Good to know.
Can I do a thing real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't going to
Just
do
an
anything.
aside.
I was
and-
just answering that question. I'm standing by the barn door now.
Sure. So me and Yodar are holding the guy, about to cook him. He maybe a little on his ear, a little bit. And I see Luna's concern. I see Faye screaming over there. And then I say, Yodar, let's just put this guy to the side. Everyone's about that life until they ain't about that life, okay?
Yeah,
throw.
this would be a weird way to start a birthday. I'm just
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
this
know.
is.
Yeah, Luna kind of like tries not to show like too much of a relief, but in their head, kind of the uneasiness kind of lowers a little bit more. I mean, sorry, lowers, not as much as they were before, because now they feel like, okay, we can all kind of try and talk about what's going on. But
Yeah.
that's Luna like inside.
Can I
trying-
look at Luna and go, okay, but if we don't get any information out, I'm going to take this spoon. He's going to give me an eye.
So his
Okay.
hands and feet are currently free from the rope. I rode a lot. Y'all had a long conversation in front of this person. So you'll have to rebind them. Just making sure I have that
Okay.
out there.
Okay, so first, before anybody takes anybody's eyeballs, we should make sure that this really rude customer that almost tried to kill us multiple times in the past 24 hours should be tied up again. So Jazz, Yodar, if you could finish that up.
All
And
right.
okay.
That's pretty good. Like, how do you untie himself? We're really good at tying knots.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
weird.
So, all right, Faye, are you walking back? Are you, you're just saying you want to go home, right? Is that all Faye said?
I want to go back. It's
Okay,
not
you wanna
home or
home,
anything,
just
but I want to
back.
go back.
Okay.
But Faye still got their eldritch energy going. So
Okay.
they're still heated, but they're waiting to see what's going to happen at the end of this situation. But Faye is sick and tired of the unpleasant customer.
Can I have
Is
a
there-
conversation with Jazz?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something
I
really
would just
quick,
want to.
though.
I want to talk to Jazz and just be like, this guy is like not giving up anything. That's kind of unusual. Like
Yeah.
really unusual.
Yeah. There's too
Where's this
many.
convo happen? Right next to the dude? Or what? Why are you tying him up or something?
I mean, I don't think the room. Well, he's tied up already.
Okay, he's tied up.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're retying him, I need both of you to make survival checks. Luna, what's your question?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Is there any way that, like, is there any role or something that Luna can take to see if they can help Faye calm down, like medicine or something related to that?
I think because it's on another player, that would you would have to like talk. You would have
Okay,
to talk.
Oh, well, can I use my charisma? Oh, well, like, I don't know if charisma or
on
something.
another player, it gets a bit weird to like force charisma.
Oh,
on
well,
another
not
player like
force,
that.
not force,
Yeah.
more like talk to somebody, like to
You
talk
have
to
make
Faye.
friends.
I think
Yeah.
talk. I mean, if if you two are in agreement to be like, hey, let's figure out how this role play plays out, like the result
Mhm.
of this role play through a role, I would ask for the role play to happen and then the roles to see where you all end up.
Okay,
But what
okay.
I don't want to do is just like be like a role to replace role play when it comes to a player and like take agency away from a player.
Okay, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm asking because I don't know.
Yeah, you're good. You're
So,
good.
but anyway,
So
so
I want to finish up Jazz's and Yodar's thing.
okay.
And then are you got like you two? Are you going to stay in the barn during this to have this conversation in like a corner or like?
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
oh wait,
Okay.
you mean Yoda
Uh,
and
No,
no.
Jazz?
I mean Faye and Luna, just so I know
Oh.
where you all
Oh.
are at. So then,
Okay.
like in my head, the camera goes from one place and pans
Yeah.
to the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping Jazz hasn't left the barn yet. I kind of
Yeah.
meet
No, they're
meet
at the
them.
moment they're tying up.
Oh, uh, did I say Jazz? I meant Faye.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'm hoping Faye hasn't left the barn yet, and
No, I'm still at the door.
okay, just at the door and kind of like walks a bit faster to kind of reach them and stop Faye and just say like, okay, Faye, I understand. You just want to go back. You're heated. It's been a very, very terrible like past several like 24 hours. I'm sure you're pretty exhausted still. But and I know we just met, but if there's anything, I said yesterday when we met that if there was anything you needed, uh you can I know I haven't you probably noticed there's stuff that I haven't shared myself with everybody, but I mean, not gonna lie, we're kind of in a situation where we don't know anybody. I was brought into a very like, you know, weird like a house. I just woke up. I have no idea who I'm sharing information with. I'm pretty sure that's how you feel. But if we can get through this, we can lean on each other, and if you need anything, we can try and solve this without anybody taking anybody's eyeballs. I know that this is very personal to you and you feel a lot of emotion, but we got to learn to help each other, okay? And by this time, Luna's gotten to a point where, they see Faye very agitated and wants to do their best to make them feel comfortable or like safe, because Luna can tell that they don't feel safe at all. Um, like even though they are in this space, Luna feels like they don't feel safe anymore, or at least how they used to. And so wants to help Faye, maybe not completely make them feel safe, because I doubt Luna can do that or like anybody can do that except themselves. But just to a point where they can, you know, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure this out, all of us together. Is that okay, Faye? Like,
Faye exhales. Um, s- um, yeah, it's just that I probably can do pretty horrible things to this guy, and it could go on for a pretty long while. But I feel like he doesn't actually know what I need him to know. I will say this, and I say this loudly enough so Jazz and Yodar can hear me. It is oddly suspicious for a person like him. It seems like they want to be invisible and unnoticeable to make a scene about the luxury suite at the hotel.
is there any way, or wait, I think they rolled this before. Did we check if he was being like not possessed, but if there was some sort of incantation or something, like something making the customer do this?
So
Or
Jazz didn't detect
previously
magic and didn't
there was
reveal any
nothing, right?
magic.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was nothing.
Speaking of Jazz and Yodar, I believe there was a conversation happening during the tying up. Um, the results of those checks were 19 and 19, correct? Who
Boys.
got hands and who got feet?
I got feet.
He's totally a feet guy.
Yeah.
So I got the hands. So
Okay.
we tie him up. And is 19? How good is 19? Both of us.
19's good. Like you feel really good about
Me and Yoda
these ties.
Yeah, we share a look.
I wrote it down this time. These are the DCs for the next time this person makes this attempt.
Okay, I say one more thing. We're looking at him. We tied 19s. Okay. Then I say to Yodar, needs more cowbell. You know what to do.
Yeah, I tie another cowbell to his feet because this shit's funny.
Yeah.
Bro, this man is a pinata now.
The
Yeah,
party
and-
Faye.
And then while Luna and Faye are having a very sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
We're-
my bad. My bad.
yeah,
I didn't mean to
you're-
interrupt. I just wanted to make sure everybody's good.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
for the audience, we have cards. I haven't had to use them yet, but this got pretty tense, so I want to make sure we're all good. Agree.
Oh yeah, no. I was just gonna say, like, while Luna and Faye are having this conversation, we get interrupted by the noise of cowbells moving.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, so are you doing? And it's
Yeah, I'm
it's
fine.
okay. But you know what? We're here
Thank you.
and
I appreciate
to, so that you don't have to feel like you're gonna do the worst parts of yourself.
You're good at this, Luna. Yeah.
Oh.
Not a lot of people out here want to help other people. So it's kind of refreshing to meet someone who actually wants to have another person's better interests in heart.
It's a long story that I will eventually share. But at the
Well, I'll be
moment,
willing to listen.
we're worried about your safety, and we're gonna try and figure out what this person has on you so that you don't feel so tense. So should we
I mean,
go
at this
back?
point, I'm more upset because I think that this gentleman is kind of useless to me. I do still, and I look a little bit at Jazz and I'm like, I still owe you. So that's, even though I didn't get anything out of this, I don't think this gentleman, he doesn't even know anything. So
What if we're not asking the right questions?
that's so exact. Luna, mind bridge. I love it. So
We're
that's
not
what I'm
asking.
thinking at this point. At this
So
point, I'm more concerned with why he would ask for the luxury suite, why he would make such a big deal out of wanting a specific room, and why is he so brazen in a town that, while is a bit lawless, it is under a lot of scrutiny because of essentially what amounts to a terror attack in the middle of its citizenry. It's very suspicious that he would go. He seems desperate for something. If now I'm thinking outside of like my own personal bullshit.
Do we take him to the Viscount?
well, I wouldn't yet. I think they're getting to the right spot though. I do think that Faye's a little too attached. We're professionals, okay? Yoda and I. And so I think we can show you a thing or two because I like you. So I'm just saying that option
You're
is
hitting
there.
at Faye's ego, and they're not enjoying this poke, but
It's okay.
I get it. I
I give Jess a look of like, did you not see how long it took me to calm him down? Damn you!
No, I mean, Faye isn't really like revealing all of this. They're just kind of smirking at Jazz.
I take
Well,
it back.
I mean,
Yodar,
it's
Yodar,
just
let's-
in my head of like Luna notices that comment was
yeah,
was
you know
uncalled
what?
for. It was uncalled for.
Yodar, help me out here.
Okay.
I mean, if you want me to dig a hole, I'll dig a hole. But at this point,
Well,
we basically kidnapped a dude, so we don't have many
Exactly.
options.
Gio,
exactly.
what time of the day is it right now?
It's like
10 in the
11 in the morning.
Oh, I was about to say,
It's
like, 10,
11 in the
11.
morning.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, um,
Gonna be another long day. In fact, I think this is a good place to stop today's session. Tensions got high.
birthday interrogation part
Shit,
2, baby.
shit got dark. Like I was like, this is pretty dark, and I was like, ooh, I love dark shit. I was like, this is pretty tense, just like living in the moment. Okay, let's plug it up. You can AK, where can they find you?
They can find me at AK Almumin everywhere, and at NGE Chamber for any of my media stuff, media work. And yeah.
You can find me on Twitter as Queen Weeb with 3 E's on Queen and 3 E's on Weeb. 3 E's on Weeb, yes. You can also find Gio and I actually on our podcast. Second season just came out. Share Club Pod every Friday at 3 p.m. If you have not listened to our first season, go ahead, take us give us a listen. Patreon's coming out soon, so y'all should really consider becoming a patron, please. And yeah, go have some fun. Watch some movies, some series, anime. Listen to some music, and talk the real shit of life, because that's literally all we talk about.
Brad?
Random Germ 101 everywhere, at the Nerdcores _ on Twitter, at the Nerdcores everywhere else on social media.
Marcel?
I do not have a big online presence. I'll just leave you with
Some
be
advice.
good. Be
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'll say.
Gio, I have a question. Is the
Yes.
motherfucker bleeding out of his mouth after I hit him with the crowbar?
Did you hit him in the face with the crowbar?
Yeah, I hit him in the face.
In the
I was on
You
his
hit him
neck
for
and I was-
2.
Yeah, I hit
Yeah.
him for 2, but is he
Yeah.
Grazed
bleeding
him.
out of
Yeah.
the cheek?
I think the way they hit, I think there's red on the face of where the mark was. If
was
there's
just a little bit of
blood,
that would
it's
just make me feel a little better.
inside of the mouth.
Okay.
Probably being soaked in by the
Are there pigs on this farm?
later you can find me on
Yodar's got the
Twitter.
right idea. I'm with Yodar on this. Yes. Let's get the pigs.
We're gonna hog tie this.
Oh,
motherfucker.
hey, we're ending the session now. You can find me on Twitter at MediaMartyr17. That's MEDIAMARTYR17. Linktree in the description on Twitter for all the places I am on the internet. Thank you for watching both on YouTube and Twitch. Shout out to the cast. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to Pix Doodles. And shout out to you. We'll see you in 14 days.
I'll be in my new house.
For episode 4, session 4. I had a title planned. We'll see you then.
Part 2.
Everybody wave bye.
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 Thank you.